Well, good day, everybody. Glad you could join me today. All right, episode 8. Well, I'm going to work on my oven. I'll probably attach it to the main stove. I'll attach the door. I'll probably attach the door to here as well. And probably give it one more coat of paint wherever I do all my welding. All right, let's carry on. Let's measure this up. You know what? This is the opening. I'm going to make the opening flush with here so that the lid can go right against the edge here, and then I'll make some kind of locking device where I can lock the lid back and forth like a catch. I think that's what I'll do. So, let's do that instead. All right, let's get some light in. Seven eighths. Three-quarter, three-quarter. Okay, that's pretty good there. Three-quarter. Seven eighths. Seven eighths. So the back is 7/8 and the front's 3/4. So I might have to, it's probably bowed out a bit, so I'll just bow it in a little bit when I tack it. Okay, let's take a look at something here. Well, you know what? That looks good. That totally looks good. Okay, I'm going to weld her in place. All right. So I welded on the oven. Turned out pretty good. So there it is here. I still got good clearance between the ground and the oven. Not that I gotta worry about it, but I wanted to make sure I had nice clearance. So there it is. Just gotta be painted and put the door on. Turned out nice. So there you go. Now, as far as the door goes, there it is. And then it's going to be put on a hinge. So that's going to be my next job. So there you go. I have an oven. Okay, let's put the door on. Alright, so the oven door is on. Turned out not too bad. Squared it up as best I can. And it works good. And that's why I needed the clearance. So there you go. I now have an oven. And you can fold it right underneath if you like. So there you go. This wood stove now has an oven. I like it. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put a latch here. That way I can lock her up. Because the more I use this, the more it's going to be easier to open, right? So that's why I want a little latch. A little catch of some sort. I'm going to think about that. So in the meantime, I like it. Okay, let's work on the door, and let's install the damper. And then after that, we'll install the door on the stove itself. All I'm going to do is probably put a little bolt in here with a nut, just tight enough that this here can still turn. And then on the inside, I'm just going to put a little tack weld so that the nut doesn't come off. And if I ever have to change it, I'll just be able to cut it off with a grinder. So that's what I'm going to do now, is look for a bolt that'll fit that with a nut and give it a tack weld, and then install my hinge and put it on my stove. I'll bring you back when that's done. Okay, so I have the damper on the door. Works good. Now, I put the gasket on. So what I'm going to do now is cover it with plastic, just like that. Then I'm going to put my door on, like that. Then I'm going to put some weight on it and let it cure. And I'll get back to you. One more thing. That fireproof gasket that I purchased, I was going to put that around the doors, and then I was going to put that around the glass, but it's I don't know if it's supposed to do that, but it tears very, very easy. So I didn't want to put it on the door because it's going to be used so often that I didn't want that to tear off, you know. But I think for the window, it's not going to be used. Once it's on there, it's going to be on there, and maybe it'll work there. So I'll try that just on the window, but definitely not the door. This stuff here, it just breaks apart very easy. So anyways, we're going to let that cure, and then we'll continue on. So there we go. A little bit of weight to help it along. Okay, so it's been 24 hours, and man, it was cold this morning, about minus 21. So, had to put on another fire. I still got a chill on. It'll take a bit to warm up the shop, that's for sure. But anyways, 24 hours. We'll see how it stuck. All right. Take off the rail. My stands. The plate. Still tacky. I'll just be careful, make sure I don't move it, and I'll continue on. I'll work on the door. I'll attach the door. Then I'll paint it. I'll probably put in the one side of the glass. And we'll just play it by ear and do a little bit of work. So anyways, that's my plan. And I'll be right back. All right. So the door's on. It's going to be a good fit. Okay, so all I got left to do now is the latch, and that'll secure it. Once I do the latch, I'll paint everything up. But so far it looks pretty good. The oven door, I'm telling you, worked out great. Just got to do myself a latch right here. But yeah, that worked out pretty good. Damper works all the way around, even past the hinge, and then all the way to the bottom. So there you go. Okay, I'm going to fix myself a bracket right here that locks the stove. Then I'll bring you right back. So the door's on, everything's welded up, the latch is made. So that's how it looks so far. Still has some curing to do. And the latch works good. Keeps everything nice and tight. The damper, it goes as far as the latch and as far as the latch. So there you go. Working as intended. Yeah, it turned out pretty good. Just got to paint her up. Again, the door for the oven turned out pretty good. I'm just going to make another, or buy another apparatus that I want to put right here to lock everything in place. I have something in mind, and we'll cross that bridge next. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to give it a coat of paint, and that's for rusting purposes. But yeah, so it turned out pretty good. turned out pretty good. I like it. It takes a little bit of a, like it's not loose, right? So it's going to keep that door nice and tight. So there you go. All right, I'm going to paint her up. And I'll get back to you. Well, I think it's time to bring episode 8 to a close. So it's all painted, nice and dry. I like the way the door turned out. The damper itself goes right from the latch. Okay, bypasses the hinge and goes right back to the latch. So it works very well. The door is taut. It's got just enough pressure to squeeze the fire rope that I've installed all around the door. It's now cured. So for a while I was worried that it wasn't going to cure fast enough, but I cranked the heat on in here last night, stocked her up really well, and she dried pretty good. So now it's nice and taut. Turned out pretty good. Now, as far as the grate goes, the grate's done. The top plate, I don't know if you can see it. I'll bring you a little closer after, but the top plate fits nice. Covers probably 3/4 of the box itself, so I like that. Now, as far as my side glass and my brackets, and these are going to be one on each side, and that's going to also make it nice and rigid, nice and stiff. Having these in is going to be a big deal. I'm going to wait to put them on in episode 9 because my other glass is still at the border. I got another email this morning saying that it's been released, so I should get it probably in about 4 days. So that's not too bad. 4 days, I'll put them back together. Now, as far as the oven goes, let me fold this out of the way. The oven, I'm quite impressed with. It closes up very nicely. Like it's perfect for a small casserole, a nice pizza, lasagna, or whatever, you know, stuff like this. If you're going to heat up some leftovers and all that, it's perfect, right? But I think that's a cat's ass. So what I did, here, let me close this up. What I did is I ordered these turnbuckle apparatuses. It turns, and what it does is I'm going to weld it here. I'm going to put the small bracket on top right here, and then what the latch does is the latch will come up, it'll grab the turnbuckle, and then when you twist it, it brings it back down. So that's how it works. So it's like this, you turn it, it goes up, and then you can turn it and it sucks her back down. So I'll bring you up for a close-up. It catches the other flap, and then I can easily turn it to lock her in place. I got 2 of them, just in case I want to build another stove or a project. But that's what's accomplished to date. Turned out not too shabby. So in episode 9, I'm going to work on the the glass. It'll turn out pretty good. Then I'll probably get it all put together, and we're gonna fire it up and see how hot we can get it, and we'll take another close look at her. So anyways, thanks very much, guys, for dropping in, and we'll see you in episode number 9. Take care, guys. Bye now. There you go, guys. Take care. Bye now.